Write it down? That is so awesome. Now, what I hope for all of you is that you make a commitment to do this exercise every day, first thing in the morning, that you actually write it down because writing causes thinking, and that you use it to create future memories. What does that mean? Yesterday we talked about the concept, like if I want to get to where you are, I don't have to figure out how to get there. I just go there in my mind. And once I fuse there mentally, I fuse there and I live from that place. I'm there spiritually, I'm there mentally, I'm there emotionally. Then I can figure out what steps to take to go. It's like what you do. And you figure out the steps to go backwards, right? So what we want to do is go there in our mind, and we want to create memories. Does that make sense? Because we all have perfect memories. Unfortunately, we often use our memory to remember things that don't serve us, right? You know, the bad stories about how we grew up or how we were treated or a bad relationship or a bad job, a failed business, and so on. We want to use it to create future memories that move us in harmony with the good we desire. And then we want to be grateful for them. So that's what we can use this exercise for. And the thing to remember about this is gratitude hooks you up to the source of supply. Think about that. If you are in a grateful vibration, you are in harmony with spirit. You are in harmony with all the good that there is. And so we want to maintain that. And the key of this whole thing is to maintain the vibration that's in harmony with who you want to be and what you want in your life. So we need strategies to do that. And gratitude is a huge, wonderful, powerful strategy for doing that. But first, I want you to think about a few things. I want you to ask yourself this very, very honestly. And I want you to even think about writing it down on a piece of paper that nobody else is going to see. If you met you, would you like you? And don't just think about this moment that you're sitting here. If you met you, would you like you? Would you want to hang out with you? Would you want to get advice from you? Isn't that a good question? If you met you, would you like you? Now, the beautiful part is if you're saying, not really, not all the time, you can change that. And that's what this is all about. But as you're sitting down to do your gratitude, ask yourself, if you met you, would you like you? That's a good thing to think about. And remember, I'm not what has happened to me. I am what I choose to become. That is such a powerful statement. It doesn't matter what's happened to you. We are learning about the creative process and how to think artfully and creatively and to create our own economy, to create everything that we want. So it goes without saying that it doesn't matter what your past results are. It doesn't matter what your past experiences are. We're not what's happened to us. Okay? It's what we choose to become. So what are you choosing to become? And we saw this yesterday. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. How many, as you thought about that, did that start to really resonate with you? It's not who you are. It's who you think you're not. That's so huge. And we're going to get into this very deep today about the paradigm and how the paradigm is going to get you to see who you're not. It's going to get you to think of who you're not and why you can't do what you want to do. And so we're going to change that. I love this and I live by this. Respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that no longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy. So think about relationships and situations in your life right now. Is there something, a habit that you have, or a habit that you should create that you haven't? A relationship you're in maybe that's, it doesn't even have to be toxic. It can just not make you happy. Is there something in your life that's no longer serving you or growing you or making you happy that you need to make the decision? What did Steve Jobs say? He said, for 33 years, I've looked in the mirror each morning and I've asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And if the answer is no for too many days, just too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. So is there something you have to change? No longer serves you, grows you, or makes you happy? Think about that and make a decision you're going to change it. And then think about this. Peel off the masks of illusion. What are the masks of illusion? What are the masks of illusion? You know, it's like, what? False idea of who you are. It's like, we talked yesterday about how our spiritual DNA is perfect. And that can be a hard concept to grasp for some people, and especially at some moments for a lot of people. But our spiritual DNA is perfect, and if we grasp that, and we think of it this way, that there's just a bunch of virus code that's piled up on top of it, a bunch of dung that's been dropped on top of it, and our job is to clear it away. And as Thomas Troward says, no matter how unlovely things may seem, if you just move away anything that seems negative, it'll clear it so you can see the perfection within. So peel away the mask of illusion. Unshackle the chains of expectation. When I was in that seminar in 2006, and I'm for the first time in my life, and I'm in my 40s, and I'm sitting there, and I'm getting in touch with some greater purpose for my life, and I wrote it down in this book, and I was like so excited, and I started moving it into action, and then I just started thinking, oh my gosh, what's my dad going to think? In my 40s, what's my dad going to think? And remember, when I was, my mom says, 3 years old, I want to be a banking lawyer just like Dad. And my whole life was going through to please Dad and to be a banking lawyer just like Dad. And I did it, and I had this vibrant practice, and what's Dad going to think? And I remember asking Bob one day, I go, I wonder what my dad's going to think when I leave my practice. He's like, how old are you? And I didn't get it. I was so locked in to, the paradigm. I didn't get it. What do you mean, how old am I? It's like, how old are you? I get it. Why am I even thinking that? So what are the shackles of expectation that you have? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your spouse? Is it, your children? What is it? Let it go. Just unshackle the chains of expectation and release the ingrained patterns learned. Just choose, you're going to release those ingrained patterns learned that are not serving you.